Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. Hope you're doing fantastic. And today I'm going to be bringing you a glimpse at a budget knife that I found off a kind of popular website that I go to, which I will have a link to in the description box of this video. But before we get into it, please make sure you are subscribed to the channel. I would really appreciate it. And ring the notification bell so you do get notified when I upload new content. And yes, friends, let's do it. Okay, so we got a budget knife, and this knife was purchased from Sportsman's Guide. It is a website that I go to quite frequently because they sell a little bit of everything. They sell guns, they sell ammunition, they sell camping, hiking gear, and military surplus. I will have a link to them in the description box of this video if you want to go check them out. They do have a membership option where you can join the website, and I think it's like 50 bucks a year. I could be right or wrong, but they will sell to you if you're not a member, but they do give members a little bit of an extra discount. So if you like I said, if you want to check them out, I will have a link to them in the description box of this video. Their knives, one of the things that I've noticed is they don't stock one particular brand or one particular knife all the time. I think what they do is they will get batches of product, and then they'll run a good price on them and just clear them out and get rid of them. And because I've had that happen before with other knives that I've purchased from them. And this was one that caught my attention. It's from a company, I don't know, or a brand at least, called Guide Gear. And what this knife is, it is a, well, I tell you what, let's talk about the price first. I purchased this knife, so keep this in mind as we're looking at this knife. I purchased this knife for $35.99. 36 bucks for this knife. I purchased this knife because I thought this would make a really good bushcraft knife, because it is 1095 carbon. It has a 4.5-inch drop point blade. It's 10 inches in overall length, and it is 125 thousandths thickness on the blade, and it is full tang. And at least on the website, the presentation, it looked like a really good knife. And 1095 carbon, which is going to be a really good steel. And as long as you know what you're getting into, 1095 carbon is going to require maintenance. It's going to require you to keep it oiled, and it's going to require a little bit more than most of your traditional knives out there. But as long as you know what you're getting into, this knife will serve you very, very well. And one of the things that caught my attention was it's a very pretty knife. It has a very pretty wood handle on it, and as I said, this is a drop point blade. And she's 4.5 inches on the sharp side, and it's just a really cool, I think it's a really pretty knife. And for 36 bucks, 1095, you really can't beat that. And it does have some cordage here on the back, and it does have a hole punched all the way through, obviously, so you can lash it there. As I said, you can see there she's full tang, and it does have a black coating on the top of the spine up here. There is no chimping or anything. It is completely smooth across the spine there. And it does have some really nice not texturing per se, but just an indentation here cut into the handle, so that when you're holding it, your index finger goes around, it fits on that shelf and wraps around to the other side, to the shelf on that side. And like I said, my hands are not the biggest, but there's still plenty of real estate there, for someone that had bigger hands than me. And your hand, your hand does fit here. It does have a sweep up, and it does have a sweep up here on the front and the back of the handle, just for your hand to kind of rest in. Really like it. Really like it. Haven't put it through any kind of testing or paces yet, but like I said, a 1095 carbon for $36. Really good to me anyway. It seems like it's a really good value, and it even comes with a sheath. The sheath is very unremarkable. It's just a stamped leather variety that does have a belt loop on it, but the knife does fit into it, and yeah, it will definitely get the job done once you get it mated to it. And there you go. So yeah, this is from a company called Guide Gear. This is really the first knife that I've purchased from this particular brand. But yeah, let me know in the comment section down below, guys. Have you bought any of these type knives from Sportsman's Guide? Do you shop at Sportsman's Guide? let me know, and I'd be really interested. And tell me just on first impression, you know, because obviously with stuff like this, my first impression off the website, which is what led me from, you know, becoming browsing to buying, was the first impression. So I just felt inclined to bring it to you guys to let you guys take a look, see, and tell me what you think. If you saw this knife with everything that I described, would this be something that pushed you from kind of like, hey, I'll drop 36 bucks and give this knife a shot? Let me know in the comment section down below. I will put a subscription button up here. I'll put a next video over here, and yeah, let me know what you guys think. If this would be a knife that you would purchase, if you think that it was a waste of money. Like I said, I haven't done any testing with it yet, but if it is a 1095 carbon, then it's going to be a good knife. So long as you know what you're doing with 1095 carbon, which I highly recommend. That if you get into knives, you really study up on the steels and what to expect out of them. But yeah, anyway, that's all I got, guys. See you next time. Peace.